Hi, my name is Wiley Robinson. I'm a 7th degree Tae Kwon Do black belt with the Tiger Rock Martial Arts International organization, and today we're going to talk about basic martial art technique. We're going to go over some of the basics with you. You can further your martial arts education by going to www.itaonline.com. That's www.itaonline.com. Find a local academy that we're affiliated with and sign up today. We're going to get started by talking about hand techniques, then we'll talk about foot techniques, and then we'll put them all together and show you how they work on a target. One of the first things that you have to learn as a martial artist is how to shape your hand for a technique. Take the hand and bring the fingertips around so that they're buried in the palm of the hand, just like you're going to knock on a door. And then you're going to take the thumb and bring it around so the tip of the thumb is no further than halfway down that second finger. The next thing that you want to do is position the hand so that it is flat across the top. We don't want any bend at the wrist. You don't want to strike like this, and you don't want to strike like this. You want the two longest bones striking, so those two knuckles are the ones that are going to do the striking. We don't want to hit with our whole hand because that's going to cause the wrist to bend and place us at a disadvantage and weaken this long structure. Remember, bones are strongest on their long axis, and so we want to preserve that when we're talking about doing a punch. When we do a punch, we want the punch to move in a straight line. This is a really good thing for beginners to learn. Later on, you'll learn some advanced techniques with hooking punches, but right now we'll learn about how to move the hand in a straight line. When we start with a punch, we can start from a lowered stance, and we always do this with beginners. We have one hand out, one hand back here. We're going to exchange the position of the hands, rotate them over at the last second, exchange the position of the hands, rotate them over at the last second. This is classical traditional punching. This is not the kind of punching that you would use in a fight, but this helps us build up the muscles for punching. A lot of people might have good fighting skills in different areas, might be good punchers, they might be good grapplers or kickers, but might be good grapplers, but maybe they're not good punchers. So developing a good strong punch is very, very important. When we talk about striking, we have to think about the part of the body that we're going to strike with. Okay? So if I'm going to use my knuckles to punch, I want to hit a surface on the body that isn't going to damage my knuckles. So I really probably would not punch somebody in the forehead or the top of the head because the cranium is a very strong structure. It's a dome structure, and it distributes force very nicely and hurts your hand and can break your knuckles. So choosing the target to hit is very, very important if you have to defend yourself. So the techniques that we're going to discuss here are not for offensive or aggressive, for use in an aggressive manner, but they're for use in a defensive manner. So if you do have to fight, if you do have to find yourself in a position where you have to defend yourself, then we're going to choose the proper area to strike. So you want to strike an area that's not going to damage your hand. Some areas, facial areas, ribs, we know those areas are used, so if you look on TV, you see the MMA fighters, they're trying to hit the face, soft areas of the face, they're trying to hit the ribs, and that seems to work the best. We want to have good control of our wrist and our hand and use the proper striking surface. So if I were going to strike with my fist, I'm going to practice on a hand target like this. And so from this position, I bring the hand out and I make sure that only my first two knuckles striking the target. First two knuckles striking the target.